The rotation of the Earth really makes my day. Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip, the Meeple on duty, and today we are looking at some Kickstarter campaigns. There's a few more than I thought there was, and yes, spring has sprung, so I have shaved the chops back in, and I'm quite happy to do so. Surprisingly, I didn't slit my own throat because it had been that long since I shaved, and getting in through here is very hard to do with a straight blade. Now I'm off subject and rambling, so let's get into this. First up is Etherstone by Thundergrift Games. This is a game that I like the developer or the publisher. I am not going to be backing this one myself because it is not necessarily what I'm looking at in a game. Although it has some very unique and interesting dynamics going on. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at it. It's by Thundergrift. The way this works, you're going to draft 7 cards for the whole game, and you're going to use those 7 cards for the whole game. You're going to get dice, and you're going to get Etherstones that power, and you can combo and do all that. It is a battler game, so you are facing off against other wizards. There are only a certain amount of cards. This is not necessarily a living card game or a collectible card game. This is everything you need in one box, and you're going to be drafting. There is no color limit, so you don't have to stay in just one deck. You pick the 7 cards you think are going to work the best together and against your opponent, and you go from there. There is the base game, which is cardboard cutouts and all that stuff. The Deluxeified edition has a really nice cover. Comes with the cover sleeve, if you like that better. Wooden Etherstones, metal coins, wooden pieces, and there will be room for all the Kickstarter exclusives and unlocks that happen, which there have been quite a few unlocks that have already happened, so more cards being added, more things that do great for ease of play, as well as more variability in the thing. That is Etherstone. They are doing fairly well for themselves at 130,000. And I have 3 games by this publisher. 2 of them I kept, and they are not the ones that I originally ordered. Moving on, we have Galactic Cruise. I will say right now I'm not backing this one. This has too much going on for me to ever consider that this would hit the table. I know that sounds bad, but I know my wife, and I know the Meeples, and this would not necessarily be high on our to get played list. It looks lots of fun, and it looks gorgeous on the table, and I actually love the concept of what it's doing. So first off, it is Kinson Games. This is the first game from this studio. 2 of the 3 guys involved in this have experience in the past, and it is a very well done Kickstarter page showing everything off. It's a medium to heavy Euro style worker placement game. They're using game trays for the inserts, so it will be nice. It won't just be a bunch of components slipping around in a box. You are going to be building a spaceship, getting people onto your spaceship, and launching said spaceship into space. There are lots of playthroughs, how to plays, all that coverage. There are, the pledge levels is what I was going to bring up really quick. For the base game, it's $90. completely fair. This is a bigger box than you think. It's going to sit up like it's yay by yay. It is a bigger box. It has lots of components. Everything is coming in wood already, if it's available to come in wood or really heavy cardboard. For $104, you can either get the advancement expansion in the base game or the accommodations expansion. Sorry, English is my first language, but I am terrible at it. Or for $120, you can get the base game and both expansions. Or you can go and get the extra deluxified bits of stuff you wouldn't have gotten before. Or you can go $500 and get any future games from this company and expansion. So they are following the model set forth by Chip Theory Games. I actually think... Oh, and you can even get a prototypes for $1,000. This is really cool. I like this model where you're setting up like return backers. Yes, give us a little more capital right now and we will take care of you later. And I think limiting that number and really developing a crowd that wants your games is a very smart way to go. Jakarta Traffic is the next game on the list. This one looks fun. This one is in my backing category. I first saw it through Kickstarter, or not Kickstarter, through Facebook, which they've pinned me down pretty darn hard. And what drew me in is the design elements of this one. You have a board, we'll get into it a little more, but you have a board that's moving and changing through the course of the game. And it's a pick up and deliver. So the story of it is he moved from Germany to Indonesia and kind of saw what was going on. He's like, that would make a really fun game. So you can honk and move the tiles around. You can drive from location to location and picking up stuff you need for your deliveries. It looks like a ton of fun. There are 5 little modules that will come with it. And that is absolutely stellar. Like, there's a lot of replayability in here. There is only one pledge. That's another part I really like about this. There is the base pledge. That's it. And they are going wooden components, not cardboard. I do believe. Yeah. Wooden component. Everything is wooden components. There's 4-player boards. Order boards. I like that too. Like the price of orders and how many victory points you get for delivering stuff changes with how many times that has been done. So you do want to pick and choose your battles, whether you try and get that delivery out before somebody else or you take another delivery because you can't carry everything at once on your little motorbike. I'm really hoping they hit this first stretch goal of 15K to get the night mode, which brings in new artwork and also a harder board to keep up with. The other stuff with how much time do they have left? They're at 13 and a half and they've got 20 days to go. So they're going to hit, I don't doubt they're going to hit the night mode. Let's get back down to where I was. Sorry, I lost the place. It's actually there it is. They're going to hit the night mode. They might hit the upgraded stars and possibly the ambulance and police modes, which would be really cool to have more and more replayability. I like that this is a easy learn, easy teach, but it's going to get hectic when you hit the streets. I went there. Sorry, Shane. The only part, there's some videos if you want to watch. I, of course, don't get prototypes, although I would gladly take prototypes from people. This is their estimated timetable, which saying November, that's what is that? Oh, they moved their timeline. No, they did not move their timeline up. The campaign will end in April, and they're saying November they will have it out to us. That's like 6 months flip over. Depending on how much work they've already have done, that's extremely hopeful. I would not expect this to get this in the same time frame. I talked about this with Knee Deep in Hexes. That's extremely quick turnaround, and unless they already have all the stuff. This one's a little easier because there's no minis involved. It's just wooden pieces, and those dies and stuff are going to be easier to cut and make than it would be for the minis, because they have to injection molds and stuff like that. But yeah, this one I'm backing. I'm looking forward to it. Cannot wait. Next up is Inventors of the South Tigris by Garphill Games. This one is already up to basically $250,000 raised already. And as all Garphill games, this is the base game. This is everything up front. There is no frills, no nothing, which I really enjoy and like. And I am currently in with the metal coin pack as well as the base game. Next year, they are coming out with the saga, which allows to play all three of them in kind of a string, as well as an expansion for each one of these. So I'm curious to see how they improve on each game's mechanics, or what they add to each game's mechanics. I did not realize that the West Kingdom was rated as well as it is. You have 2 that are in the top 100 and 1 that is in the top 200. So that's pretty stellar. And the North Sea Saga is just as good. This one is, I just want to support him more and get this game because it is coming to retail, if that's the thing you worry about. And there's no deluxeification that happens between this and retail that you can get. And you can always buy the coins from his website. Which, I now need to do that. Are the coins the same between the West Kingdom, North Seas, and South Tigris? Oh man, I need to go check that out. I never looked. Which would be cool if there were differences, but I think they're all the same coin. But I'd have to check. If you want gameplays, there are gameplays. Brother Murph put one out. Here's listing everything that's in the box. This is one of their hardest games. They've already said that. 3-minute. I watched a video on how to play via 3-minute board games, whatever. That's close enough for the title. I don't know the guy. Can't remember it now. 3-minute board games, I think it is. I'm distracted. It's like he said. It is one of their hardest games that they've put out. There's a lot going on, but there's also a very nice dice placement, engine building, combo building actions that are happening here. And there are lots of ways to get points and win the game through the course of the game. That's what I like. Once the rules and what is going on clicks in place in your brain, the game becomes very easy and straightforward. But be warned, it could take a little bit before it groks into place and you get what you're supposed to do. So I still don't fully understand paladins, but I do get the principles of architects and paladins of the West Kingdom. Or not paladins, Viscounts of the West Kingdom. So there is some of that where you're going to have to okay, this is how this one works. Okay. If you're okay with having to figure the game out and you have the time and the patience to do that, this comes with a built-in solo mode, which they do a very good job of making their games very simple solo automa that give you a fight to the end. You do get a free promo pack. The extras are will be in his web store as well. So there's nothing you can't get here that you can't get at retail, unless you just want to give him the money you have right now. Last one on the list, as you can see from my tab bar there, is Wroth. I was not expecting this game to come out right at this moment, but Wroth looks like a lot of fun. This is a approachable, like just that tagline, an approachable, neon-soaked fantasy area control game from Manny Tremblay and Chip Theory Games teaming up. I like what this does. This does a lot of fun stuff. I love the mechanics of the dice drafting that you're doing, where it gives everybody is going to get 2 dice that they're going to work, and how you do that and what units you get to play and all that stuff really comes down to a very tense strategy that plays in about an hour. They are working on a solo and a co-op mode as we speak. This one is getting pushed out rather hard because Manny came to them with a full game, a full base game, but the solo needed more development and the co-op needed more development. So I really look forward to getting this one in. I would love this one I would absolutely love and adore to try and get my hands on beforehand. The area control really brings it in because you're going to come in from 4 places on 4 edges of the board. You have 1 area in the dead center, area around that, 2 around that, and then 4 separate islands that you're vying for control of to get points to end the game. And the premise of the game is you are a faction vying for control of the lands, and instead of all-out war everywhere once a year, you meet here and battle it out to see who gets to run the space and have the best. Everything is the Chip Theory level of neoprene playmats instead of cardboard, acrylic pieces. The dice are very nice. All the cards that come with the game are the plastic cards that they produce. This one is also very straightforward in what you can get. You can get the base, you can get a deluxe, and there is a art book, metal pieces, and a dice tray that you can get, as well as metal prints if that is something you want. That is nothing I want. So I'm trying to get down to, there it is. So 55 for the base, which is pretty amazing. 86 for 2 extra factions. Although I don't understand why they're the same size as the main box. If all they have is 1 faction, you figure that would be bigger. Maybe they're just blowing it up so you can see it better. But it jumps very quickly from 86 to all in for 250, which the 250 all in has these metal plates, that art prints that I don't want. I just want all in gameplay. And then there's the strategist, which is already all taken, which allows you to get all their future campaigns as well. Those are all the games that I am currently watching right now. I'm currently backing Jakarta Traffic, Inventors, and Wroth. Those 3 are currently the ones I'm backing. Galactic Cruise and Etherstones, while they look interesting, they don't look interesting enough to part me from my money. And that is being spent, so I only have a very limited budget. I need to clear out some space on my shelves as more games show up, and I'm getting more games. So I got to figure all that out still. But until next time, guys, we'll see you later. All right. Bye.
If you like what you just saw, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more great gaming content.